What's bonking, guys? I hope you are all having a great day so far. Today I am talking about Baki. So, you might recall Baki is another one of my favorite anime. I have it tied in my fifth spot with Attack on Titan. Yeah, I know I hadn't really been making any anime videos lately, but I woke up today, I felt really big and really lean, and I thought about it. I was like, making a video about Baki would be really cool. Because Baki's just about buff men, basically. It's pretty fucking peak. I figured my anime videos usually do pretty well. My newest videos have not been doing the best, but, that's fine. I figure I'll talk about Baki. The game I'm playing is this game called Prison Pump in Roblox. I'll get into that later. I don't want to have too long of an intro, but I'll get into that later, and I'll also talk more about my content later. But for now, I'll start with Baki. So, there are 3 series. There's Baki the Grappler, Baki, and Baki Hanma. So that is the order you're supposed to watch them. Little thing here, if you, I probably should have done this before for earlier series, but Baki and Baki Hanma can be watched on Netflix. Baki the Grappler cannot. I had to watch it on this site called Anywave. I'm sure there's other ways you can watch it, but yeah, just, something I figured I'd put out there. They take place in the order that I mentioned. So in Baki the Grappler, Baki is a child. I want to say he's like 15 or something, 12, 13. I can't remember, but he's young. He's like in his teens, and he's already pretty strong. And so he's living with his mom. His mom's like really rich and shit. It's been a little bit since I've seen Baki, so I don't remember it too well. But I do remember he like meets like a thug, like a gangster. His name is Hanayama, I think is his name, if I remember correctly. He's one of my favorite characters. So him, and there's like a boxer guy. I think he fights the boxer first. Because basically Baki is trying to become strong so he can rival his father. So you guys may have seen his dad. His name is Yujiro Hanma. He's pretty cool. He's pretty crazy. Like, there's a lot of like memes about him. Yujiro is so strong. He is so manly. His testosterone is so high that everyone else is a woman to him. Like, I heard in the latest manga panels, apparently he was threatening Trump and Elon Musk with certain harassment. I'll put it that way. I should probably say I'm not trying to get unpolitical here. I don't fall on either side of all that, but yeah, apparently he canonically did things to Trump, so that's pretty crazy. He has so much testosterone that everyone else is just a woman to him, and he is monstrously strong. Like, he like beats like casually. I think they said at like age 16 he like beat a polar bear, which is like one of the strongest animals on the planet. Like, Yujiro is just an animal. He is the strongest, and so basically Baki is trying to get strong enough so that he can fight Yujiro. That's the plot of all of Baki, basically. And so, he fights certain people in order to do that. Like, at one point he fights this like ape. I think it's called like a great Yasha ape or something like that. Because like Yujiro had killed like the partner. I want to say the Yasha ape he's fighting is a male. So if I remember correctly, Yujiro killed that one's wife, or it could be reversed. Maybe he killed that one's husband. I can't remember the genders of them. Doesn't really matter. But Yujiro is like Baki's like fighting this ape so that he can like live up to Baki's power. And yeah. So, that's like the main thing of Baki Hanma, at least the first season. Second season then, it's him going to I guess spoiler here, he's not strong enough at the end of the first season, and there's some consequences for that. I won't spoil, but he leaves his town, like he leaves Japan and he goes to Brazil to like fight strong opponents, and then he finds out about this like underground like martial arts tournament in Japan, so he goes back and he fights in that. And basically the winner will be considered like the strongest creature on Earth, even though Yujiro is like that's the thing. If I remember correctly, he is called the strongest creature on Earth. Like, animals all bow down to him, basically. Or if they don't, they're getting their fucking throat ripped out. So, so Baki is chasing this title so that, Yujiro will approve of him, and so that, like, he can fight him. And so Baki goes through that tournament. There we meet characters like Dopo, who Dopo is really strong. He gets bitched by Yujiro, though. And, like, he is kind of important later on in the series. We meet some other people, but that's the main one that comes to mind. I might put pictures of some others. And, so after said fight, like, after the tournament, he, well, that's the end of Baki the Grappler, and, Yujiro is, like, proud of him, after the fight. And so then we pick up with Baki, where he is, I believe, 18 at the time, and he's in high school. And there are these convicts that escaped prison, like death row convicts. There's 5 of them. I can't remember their names. Dorian, Doyle, and those are the only 2 Specs. Dorian, Doyle, Specs, and there's 2 others. I can't remember their names. And they all, like, broke out in the most insane ways. Like, one of them, he, like, climbed up this, like, smooth, vertical, like, tube. Like, literally impossible to do. The other guy, like, held his breath, like, the other guy held his breath for, like, I want to say, like, 30 minutes as he swam out from a fucking submarine. One of the dudes survived the electric chair. Like, they all survived in crazy ways. I can't even remember all of them. Oh, yeah, like, one of them, he just, like, cut through glass by creating a vacuum on his hand. Like, they all got through... like, they all escaped in the most insane ways, and that's basically because they're attracted to Japan because of Baki. Baki's power is like it's like sending a signal to all the strong martial artists, and so they're coming there in order to fight Baki. And so he fights, he doesn't fight all of them, but some of them he does. Yeah, so, you know, that all happens, and then they go to, like, China. I won't spoil why they need to go, but they do that, and there's, like, another tournament there, and we actually get to see some of Yujiro. Like, Yujiro isn't in a lot of the series, but when he does, he's consistently showing why he's insanely strong. Like, he fights this one guy named Sea Emperor Kaku, who is, like, 100 and something. I think he's, like, 140, if I remember correctly. Like, he's, like, insanely old. And he's really strong, like, really fucking strong. But Yujiro is so strong that Kaku has to kill himself to survive, if that makes sense. Like, Kaku, like, stops his own heart so that they think he's dead. And then Yujiro's like, well, I'm not gonna, like, kill a dead man. You know, he already is dead. So he leaves him alone, and Kaku resuscitates himself. He is that scared of Yujiro that he has to end his own life and then bring himself back later just so Yujiro doesn't kill him. So, you know, we see Yujiro is actually insane. And I want to say that's, like, also, where it mentions something about this, like, massive elephant, that, like, was unstoppable to, like, the military and everything in Yujiro. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You know, as I kind of mentioned, like, with the Trump thing earlier, Yujiro, like, he bitches every single president. Like, that's his thing. Whenever there's a new president, he shows up and he basically lets them know who's boss. They can't try and interfere with him. They can't send any military towards him, or else, you know, I mean, he'll probably kill the guy, honestly. So, yeah, he threatens them, and he makes it clear it doesn't matter what they send after him. It's just not going to work. Like, even in Baki the Grappler, he stops an earthquake. Like, an earthquake is happening, he punches the ground, it stops. So, like, that is his thing. He goes to world leaders, and he basically tells them, don't fuck with me, or else I'm putting your ass in the ground. So, you know, that's something you'll see with him. Yeah, that's all I can think of for Baki. And then Baki Hanma is kind of just the same thing. It's like a, you know, more of a continuation. And there we meet Pickle. You guys may have seen him. He's a caveman. He's pretty cool. Pickle's really strong. Yeah, you know, that it's just kind of, you know, like I said, it's a continuation, but also them, like, you know, encountering Pickle and trying to fight him. Pickle, Yujiro, and Baki are the 3 strongest in the verse, at least by the end of Baki Hanma. I put Yujiro at the top, and then I would say Baki and then Pickle is probably how I'd rank it, but some people may rank it differently, I don't know. Yeah. So then I know there's another series called Baki Do, which I want to say is where the, like, Trump and Elon thing happens, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's called Baki Do, or, yeah, I think it's Do. It's not in the anime yet, it's only manga, but I heard that that's what's next. There might even be another one after that. I don't know. I'm not up to date on the manga, but Baki is still going, and it's, you know, yeah, I won't spoil the outcome of Baki Hanma, but I think it ends in a pretty decent way, so I'm not fully sure what they're doing after that. Maybe they're following some other characters more, I don't know. But yeah, that's Baki. So I think it's a pretty good series. Personally, I like it because it's crazy. JoJo's my favorite anime. And to me, Baki is like JoJo light. So, you know, I'm sure you guys have heard JoJo's really gay. Everyone says that. JoJo's gay, JoJo's gay. I partially agree, but I don't. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I do not think it's gay. Yes, it's flamboyant and whatever, but, like, if I'm joking around, yes, yes, JoJo's gay as fuck. And even on a serious note, yes, it is kind of flamboyant in nature. But some people say Baki is more gay. I think it's less, but I have seen some crazy scenes from it. What made me want to watch Baki was, number one, buff dudes. you know, working out is my favorite, like, hobby. So, of course, I think it's cool to see giant guys fight each other. Like, that's really cool. I know that sounds weird, but, that, and I'd seen this clip where Biscuit Oliva pisses on Baki. And Baki's, like, looking up at him and, like, smiling. And, you know, I mean, that's pretty gay, I can't lie. But, I saw that, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, you know, to me, that was the appeal to JoJo, was just the insane, wacky shit. Like, there's this one guy, he, like, rips out his hair, and he, like, twists his hair in, like, a spindle, and then he sticks it in another dude's ear, and then he, like, unwinds it, wraps it around, like, this part of the dude's inner ear, and then fucking slices it, all with his hair. Like, dude, what? And then even, like, Baki, you know, this is also pretty gay. There's one guy Baki fights, and the dude is naked. Like Baki pulls up on him while he's in the shower. And the dude is getting, like he's trying to put his boxers on, and Baki says, no, fight me right here, right now. And his exact words, fight me with your tool out. So that's pretty crazy, but that's, to me, is the appeal, is it's just insane. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've seen clips of, like, Baki fighting a praying mantis, like a massive praying mantis. Baki just doesn't make sense, and that's why I like it so much. It's really good, it's really entertaining, it's great. So, yeah, definitely recommend it. And then, oh, I figured I'd talk about the game I'm playing. So it's called Prison Pump. I found this by complete accident. I was, playing something, I can't remember what it was, and, like in my recommended, there was Prison Pump, and I was like, it's either about getting your cheeks stolen in prison, or it's about, like, working out, and I figured I'd take my chances and play it, and it ended up being about working out. So, it's kind of dumb, but it's kind of fun. So I figured it would be perfect for a Baki video, because Baki does go to jail at one point in Baki, in order to fight one of the strongest guys. His name is Biscuit Oliva. So that's what that game is. I think it's pretty fun. It's kind of, I like that it's realistic in the sense, like, you have to work different muscles to a certain degree. Like, for example, for some reason, doing dips trains your biceps and your shoulders and your forearms, which isn't accurate. Dips really only trains your triceps and then your chest as well. But in the game, it doesn't do your triceps. It does just your whole arm. So that's a little unrealistic, but other than that, everything else is pretty realistic. You know, you do, push-ups for your chest, you do pull-ups for your back, you do Russian twists for your abs, and I think it gives you obliques too. And then you do squats for legs. So those are all the exercises. And you can, like, fight dudes. So, you know, like that's the whole point, is you're making yourself stronger so that you can fight. And yeah, you know, I think that's pretty fun. For some reason, it got rid of my hair. I don't know why. My Baki, my Roblox character is designed to look like Emporio. So he's got, like, Emporio from JoJo. So he's got his, like, you know, baseball hat. He's got the Cubs, like, outfit and, like, blonde hair. And for whatever reason, it, I don't know, it just gets rid of my hair. All my friends I've played it with still have their accessories. I'm like, one of my friends has, like, the cell head. He still has it. So, I don't know, but, yeah, I think that game's pretty fun. So, yeah, that's Prison Pump, that's Baki. And then I figured I'd also just talk about, like, my channel's trajectory, kind of like things I'm planning to do. So, I've been a little unsure of what to post lately, because a lot of my videos aren't doing well. Like my Chima video, which I didn't expect it to do well, because I figured not a lot of people like Chima, but it's still, you know, I want to make things that I like, but I also want to make things that you guys like watching. So I'm trying to find a balance between that. My Pokemon card videos are doing well, but I don't want to become too Pokemon card focused. You know, that, at least not too focused on opening Pokemon cards. So, I don't know. And, like, my ARC videos aren't doing well, which, again, that's fine. I enjoy making the ARC. But if people aren't liking it a lot, then I do want to move towards things people do like. So I know my JoJo videos do my best, and then my most liked video is still my Initial D video. So I will probably make some more videos about that. Maybe I'll do, like, me drifting in Initial D. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about some of my favorite races in it. I'm not sure. JoJo, I do still want to make a stand video, but that's going to be a pretty large video, so I'm not fully sure when I want to do that. But I do also want to make more JoJo. I love JoJo. It's my favorite. So I want to talk more about that. And then also, you know, I kind of mentioned this before, I just want to start being more funny in my videos. So, you know, some of the YouTubers I enjoy watching most are funny. I can't lie, Gooner content has been really interesting to me. Not saying, like, I'm not going to do anything like heavy Gooner, but, like, think like Xenohusk, if you guys watch him. He's pretty cool. He'll do, like, tier lists. So it'll be, like, the baddest monster girls, or, like, the baddest Pokemon trainers. And I think that stuff is really funny. Or, like, what's his name? Please David. What's the word? I can't even think of the word. He, like, sneaks into, these, like, communities. So, like, he'll go into, like, Gooner Discord servers, and it's always the fucking craziest shit in there. and it's honestly unsettling, but it's also really funny seeing some of the stuff. Or like he did like a good a nice guys versus nice girls video, like things like that. It's stupid, but it's really funny. So I'm thinking I might want to start doing stuff like that. We'll see. I also, they do well. I mean, me and Xeno Husk have like the same amount of videos. I think I might have like one more video than him now, but he has like several thousand subscribers, whereas I have 69 last I checked. So I mean, pretty peak number, but I'm not focused on growing too fast, but I do want to feel like I'm getting somewhere, obviously. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just some ideas. In the future, I do want to make more game videos for sure. Like one of my friends wants me to talk about Yakuza, so I will do that at some point. And then one of my subscribers wants me to talk about Deltarune, so I will eventually do videos about Undertale and Deltarune at some point. So yes, I do have ideas that I want to get out there. But yeah, I just figured I'd talk about that a little bit. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video.